Okay, so this is a different type of video. I'm going to need you all to tell me what you think of it. And I want to call this blogging craft style because things have been, I've been traveling and trying to get stuff done. And it has made it so that it's been hard to just stop, set up everything, and record. So right now, I'm in my dining room, like the little dining room off of the kitchen, and that is where I do my sewing. And so everything is all around me, and I'm going to talk to you all as I go through and prep some stuff that I need to finish and send out for a swap. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to record in the process because right now I still have to get all my pieces in place so that I can actually set up my sewing machine. So that's going to be my long-winded introduction to say if you want to see more, stick around. I'm going to show you a little bit of the stuff that I got. It's not a full-out haul, but there are some things that I recently purchased that I'm going to share with you. And I just wanted to share them here because if I record everything that I have, it would be all types of videos, and then I will technically be backed up because of my schedule, okay? So if you're interested in seeing what I have to share, well then stick around. This is going to be the quality of the video because I'm not going to pull out any lights, and if I think there's anything that you need to see a little closer for the sake of color, I will just have to take a picture of it, but I don't even know where my phone is. So stick around if you want to see it. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, let's go ahead and get this vlog started. See you in a bit. Sit back and get ready to just have a girl chat video. Let's get this party started. Kind of feel like Pink, but not really. Let's go. See you in a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to get to moving. So what do I have here? And you may hear my family moving around, and this is going to be at an awkward angle for just a little bit because I'm recording on my computer. I had to think about what the word was. So around me, I have all types of stuff. So I'm going to show you. I'm drinking coffee right now, even though I'm low, and I'll be moving on to my tea. I have some items. I'm going to start with the easy stuff. I have some fabric, and I actually recorded a video for a fabric haul that I just haven't edited. But here's some of the fabric, and I have this bag out right now because I need to make an item for my swap partner for the quilt club, and so I need to pull out the fabrics that I'm going to use. Also have some more fabric here, and I am thinking about mixing I don't know yet. That's what I need to figure out. But I had it figured out before, and now I can't remember what I was going to choose. But I think I'm going to do this or this with a lining. Actually, I'm going to do this. We're making zipper pouches. So I think I'm going to use this as my outside fabric. And maybe this as the inside. I don't know. I've got to think about that. That doesn't really even look good. So I got to figure that out. And I'll figure it out as we're chatting. So that's what I have. I have fabric. So I'm going to put this over here. I have more fabric. And I guess I can show you. I'm so rude. How are you? I hope this video finds you all well. I did not say that. And I hope that you're well and that you'll take an opportunity to just keep working. You can sew during this video, you can knit or crochet during this video, and I will try my best to remember to tell you to lift your head as you listen to me chat and get these things organized. So that was my fabric, and I may even have to repeat some things. I just realized my volume was low. Oh no. I may have to repeat some things from the past video. I'm a part of a quilting club, and we can choose to be a part of a swap, and that's what I need to sew for today. So that's what I meant by for my exchange for my partner. So I also have some more fabric, and I'll just show you all. I'm pulling this fabric out because I bought some supplies to help get myself organized. We're doing a mystery quilt that will go over the course of the year, and a wonderful company decided to help us and put together a kit. So what I did to keep me from having to find the fabric, since I don't have a fabric stash, like not a big one to do what we needed to do, they put together a kit. So I bought the kit, and here is the kit. It is, I think it was Northcott. They don't have the name on here. It was, I think the company is called Northcott, and if you're crafting, you can look up if you want to. Here are all the fabrics that we will need in order to make the mystery quilt throughout the year. And the only thing I will need to buy at the end of the year is the fabric for my backing and my binding, but I'm going to wait to do that at the end of the year. So here's the fabric. And one of the reasons why I pulled this out is because to get myself organized, I purchased these containers from Amazon, and they are called, and I'm going to just, here's one that's freshly, they're called scrapbook cases. It holds a 12 by 12 inch paper. It's acid free. Now this was for scrapbooking, but I'm going to show you what I'm using it for. I'm going to open this because I'm getting organized, which is why I thought it would be a great time to record. Okay, so here's the containers. And basically what I'm going to do is, I hate when that happens. Okay, there we go. I am going to put all of my projects that are in process or in progress in these containers on their own, because, for example, this quilt, we will only do, I don't think it's technically one block a month, but we'll only do one, like a small portion of it every month leading to the end of the year. So I have all of my fabric, and I have this container, and what I'm going to do is store it in here. Now, right now, I just have the fabric in here, but I have 3 blocks that I need to work on for this month, and the blocks will fit in here as well. And I'm going to actually show you how that will look. Just a second. It will look like this. This is the block that I did for the month of January for my local quilting shop. Here was my block. And what I've done is I put it inside of the container, and actually the way that my local quilt shop does is we receive the block with the instructions and the fabric. And so that was my first month, and here's my second month. Here's my fabric, and here are the instructions for my second block for February. And what I'm going to do is throughout the year, just make the block and put it inside of this container. And this is also another 12 by 12 container. So I will officially have the mystery quilt from the Quilt Club and the block a month from my local yarn shop that will be ongoing. So I bought one container for each one of those, and I'm stacking them. And then I have an additional container that right at this moment is empty because since I don't have a dedicated sewing space, I when it's time for me to work on stuff, I usually separate it. I press and prep and cut the fabrics first. And then the next time that I can have time to sew, I'm going to be able to pull it out and then just do the sewing. Last month, I just prepped it and I kept them in little Ziploc contain. I don't have any. There's little zip bags that I have, and I put all the pieces in there. And when I was ready, I pulled them out, and all I had to do was sew. But I wanted to get these containers so that I'll do the same thing. And that means when I pull the container, everything that I need in order to make the piece will be inside the container. So all I have to do is grab my container and grab my sewing machine, which is in a travel case. So that's what this one is for. Nothing's in here because I'm behind. So there's that. Okay. What else? So that's done. Yay. Okay. Now, oh, and another thing that I've been doing for organization is my files are falling. I keep all of the, like our quilting calendar of things that we need to do and due dates in this type of a sleeve. And this actually goes with my sewing machine. And so, for example, for my first quilt, and I'm going to give you all a sneak peek of it. Okay, so if you watch this, you're going to get a sneak peek of my first official quilt. Okay, I'm doing this because it was a baby quilt, but it doesn't matter. It was still a quilt. Here are our instructions. Here was the block, the fabric pieces. I did not print it in color because my color printer it has its own mind. So what I did instead is I marked the blocks, the different color blocks by number. Do you remember when you were younger and there were coloring books that were color by the number or paint by the number? That's how I did it. I marked the blocks by number, and for this particular block, we needed 4 colors. Then what I did is I just wrote which color went with which number, and that's how I was able to, as well as how much of the fabric that I needed to prep in order to make the pieces. And that's how I was able to do it with this black and white photo because it was only 4 colors. And so I keep all the instructions together in this little container, this little clear envelope. And this goes inside with my sewing machine as well. And okay, so I like to keep like everything that goes with it together. So the fabric, the instructions, and any notes, because I tend to take notes since everything is done by video, and not every project not all of them have written instructions. So I take hand notes and watch the full videos. Then I go back so that when I'm actually sewing, it's not the first time that I've seen the instructions. So that's maybe a tip for you if you are doing video tutorials. In order to go through them, watch the full video, take any hand notes, especially because sometimes I'm finding that people work on the projects while they are recording. And sometimes they've done several of them before, sometimes they haven't. And they may give you tips or may bring something to your awareness 2 or 3 videos later that will help you when you're at the prepping stage or at the cutting stage. And so that's kind of how I like to put all my instructions and everything together. Okay, and so I said I was going to give you a sneak peek of my quilt. So here we go. Here it is. Wait. And this is a Quillo. I'm not going to open it all the way, but here's the back. It's soft. And I'm going to do a separate video where I will open it up and tell you all about the project and everything. But here's your sneak peek, my first quilt. It's so cute. Okay. And what else do I have? I have a couple other things that I can actually show you before okay, so that's and here's the other empty one. And this is going to be, I'm prepping I'm going to next press the pieces for my zipper pouches for my swap partner. And those, the fabric for that is going to go in here, but I haven't selected it as you saw at the beginning of this video. So those two are ready. I also have Crafty Gemini released a t-shirt for the Quilt Club members. And these are the type of zipper bags that I was talking about earlier, that I will press the pieces and I store them in I used to store them in something like this. And I actually probably still will, because it keeps them from shifting, especially if I have to use starch because I have to cut on the bias. So keeping them in there keeps everything intact. Let me get the door. That was actually a shipment. So look, I'm vlogging and you all get to see, because I'm probably not going to be able to do a haul video. So don't forget to tell me what you all think of this video. I know the angle is off, but if you don't mind the fact that the coloring will be a little bit off because of this dark background, it just does that. But this will still give you a peek into hopefully what I'm doing, and then I'll be able to show you maybe a little bit more about how I set up right now. It just was a prep day. So with that said, that was the FedEx man at the door. So here's some things that I just got in. I'm gonna sit down if I can. Oh, before I sit down, take a look at this. This is, you see that? This is a pressing board that I made for me to use when I am working on my pieces instead of having to go back and forth to the ironing board, and it's a lot firmer. So yes, I made that last weekend. So here we go. I've been having to get different supplies in order just to have the basics, and some of the stuff is not the basics, I know that, but in order to do what I want to do for the quilting projects. And that's some of the stuff that's in here. This is kind of extra, but yeah. Okay, so the first thing that I ordered was the Steam Fast Iron. And I'm going to open it on camera. Actually, I don't want to open that side. I wanted an iron that would fit in my travel case, as well as only take up a little bit of space on my kitchen table, since I now have that pressing board that I made. And so here is the iron. Look how little it is. Oh, it has a little interesting feel. It's a travel size iron. And my hands are not very big, but it is smaller than my hand. So that's pretty interesting. And it comes with the travel bag as well as the little cup to fill it up with water, because it does have the option to steam. So here's the travel bag. So I will actually put it in there now. I like keeping my instructions together. I'll probably put it at the bottom later. But there's the iron. And this will fit in my travel case for my sewing machine. I also I needed a chalk roller. Well, not needed, wanted a chalk roller in order to mark my fabrics. Some people also do use a erasable pen, but I thought this would be great because I can use it for other fabrics as well. So I bought that. I also purchased some Wonder Clips. And Wonder Clips are, I'm going to actually open this. I'm trying to clear this table because I don't want it. I'm trying to prep so stuff won't be everywhere. Because as soon as I finish, I have to close down my mobile station. So everything must be in its place. Because this is where we eat dinner every night. So here are the Wonder Clips. Wonder Clips are to put your pieces of your project together instead of pinning, or instead of pinning. You see that? I think they can sandwich up to 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Let's see. It says, oh, and it has a seam allowance. Okay, I'm going to read it. Wonder Clips, great holding capacity for mini crafts. This container has 50 clips. They have a wide opening. They have a guide scale. They have a flat back and a base plate. They have a marking for your 1/4 inch seam. Let's see. Is it for a 1/4 inch? No, for a 1/2 inch. They have it for a 1/2 inch across the top. This portion here is a 1/2 inch, and it's hard for you to see what I'm doing. And then it has 3/16 of an inch, a 1/4 inch, and 3/8 of an inch, all notched or all marked on the back side. You may see the little lines here, and that's where the markings are. And so that's that. And this is in its own case. And I got these because when I was doing that Quillo, my daughter helped me, had to pin all around that blanket. And I was thinking, okay, I'm still not very good at pinning. It took a long time, and I'm so glad she helped me. But I wanted to get something to help out with that. Okay, the benefits of them are great alternatives to pins, especially when working with vinyls, plies, and heavyweight fabrics. Hose layer sections for sewing projects such as connecting handles to handbags, piping, etc. without distortion. It holds quilt binding while sewing, easy to see on your work and easy to find when dropped on the floor versus pins. And it says, caution, remove the clips before feeding the fabric under the presser foot. Cool stuff. Awesome. Okay, I also purchased some quilting gloves for machine quilting. I did a little bit of top stitch quilting on the Quillo, and I enjoyed doing that. That was actually the best part. Other than seeing it all come to light. So here are the quilting gloves. They feel like it's not sticky, but you feel like this part feels like a regular glove. And the fingertips where you see the bulkiness, it's still smooth on the inside, but it feels like it's like plastic or something. This is my first time seeing these. Okay, I mean, I saw them, like I wanted to order them, but it's a soft, flexible fingertip grip, form-fitting, breathable fabric, excellent hand and wrist support. And these are a size small to medium. Oh, and they also in the back of the packaging have the different sizes. I probably should have actually got an extra small. Oh. I probably could have gotten it, but yes, it's extra small, or right. So I got the quilting gloves. And lastly, I guess this did turn into a haul. Lastly, I purchased this, which is, I'm hoping this is good. The reviews look like, it is a 15-piece set of presser foots for my sewing machine. And here it is. It has a low shank adapter, all-purpose zigzag foot, a buttonhole, a satin stitch foot, a quilting straight stitch, a button sewing on foot, zipper foot, a hammer, which is a roll hem foot, blind stitch foot, cording foot, overcast foot, 1/4 inch patchwork foot, darting foot slash a low shank, gathering foot, and a walking foot. Here's the pictures. I purchased this on Amazon as well. If you all are interested in the specifics on which item that I purchased, let me know in the comment section and I will create a blog post for it with links. And the reason why I say that is because I'm realizing there are some things that I wanted to order and I couldn't find any information about it as to whether it worked or why I would need it. I mean, I kept reading that you should have it, but I didn't know why or what to order or what was best, especially since, for example, these presser foots can range from $8 to $25 each. And so it would have been good to be able to say, oh, this was less than $20 and it was less than the cost of having to buy a presser foot at my quilting shop or even at Joann's. So that's why I bought it. So with that said, that's what I have. What was the last thing? Oh, I was about to show you my shirt. Crafty Gemini made shirts that we could order. Because I'm getting organized here. And what's so cool is all of these items fit inside of that really pretty box that I showed in my last swap, my quilting swap video. So inside, she had a card which has Crafty Gemini and it has her picture on the back. And here is my shirt. And the back says thecraftygemini.com. And you can see that it just says Crafty Gemini Quilt Club. And so I think that is it. That's it. So you all got a haul. I was able to talk to you while I get ready to prep my everything. So now I'm going to be turning on this iron and deciding what fabrics I'm going to use for this zipper pouch and getting started with that. Let me know if you have any questions and if you're interested in some of the details of the items that I purchased and that I showed in this blog, because I don't plan to have a detailed post. But if you're interested, I can create one to accompany it. Well, I'll have a post, but just not with a lot of verbiage. And let me know in the comment section what you are working on right now. I'm only quilting and sewing a day or so a week, even though I haven't been able to for the past 2 weeks because I've been out of town and I usually do it on the weekends. But I'm going to do some now, and I am still knitting on my big projects, which are taking forever, but it's moving. I'm trying to do at least 2 to 4 rows a day because I want to have the project that I'm working on done soon, even though I have a lot of yarn to go to finish it. So that's that. I hope everything is well with you and that I will be back soon. I have some unboxings for yarn box, 2 yarn boxes. And actually, look, see, this is what happens when you stick around to the end. I know it's only a handful of you, but it's okay. I have this from Yarn Box, and I also have, if I can get it, I have this from Yarn Box. So that is all that I have right now. I will be back really soon with the unboxing. I'll have the lights and I won't be in my chillax. Well, no, I'll still be in my relaxing clothes. And I will see you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section what you're working on and what do you think of this craft style blog. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.
I realized after I turned the video off and edited that I did not show you all the colors that I selected. So I'm going to show this in a little bitty insert before we get to the closing. So the my partner told me some colors that she liked, and this is what I'm going with. I'm not certain how it's going to work out. You will see when I put up my February video for my quilt club. But here's what I want to do for the outside of the bag. And I'm thinking about this for the inside of the bag. It's this yellow. I'm going to just add the pink to it. And this will be the inside and this will be the outside. And this will be the wristlet portion. I don't know, maybe something, but here are the colors that I chose. And so I will show you the finished product at the end of February, or actually the beginning of March. So talk with you soon.